Welcome to another laruan ni Obi-Wan Playtime video review. This time it's going to be about Voltes V, a very popular anime character in Asia and in the Philippines, where I was born. Okay, so this is going to be a model kit that is designed to be a toy. Okay, so it's from Shokugan Modeling Project by Bandai Namco. So this is a kit that I purchased from Big Bad Toy Store. MSRP of $106 something. Okay, so there's going to be two versions of this kit. One is going to be more pricier at $100.69. The other is going to be lesser. So I got the lesser one because I wasn't interested with the fluff that was included. I was just interested in a great looking action figure with its most vital component or accessory, the laser sword or the broadsword. Okay, so let me show you the finished product. So we have all of the Volt machines on the table. So we have the Volt Cruiser, followed by the Volt Bomber, followed by the Volt Frigate, the Volt Lander, and the Volt Panzer. So for those of you guys who are interested with the individual Volt machines as to their measurements, so here you take a look at the details of each individual Volt machine. So let's start with the Cruiser. So underside, the face of Voltes V is nicely tucked in, and you could change these two missile pads to red ones. Second machine is going to be the Volt Bomber. Okay, so the arms could be extended in transformation mode. Right now it's nicely tucked in, and we have pegs on the side to keep the arms close to the main body of the Volt Bomber. So that's the underside, and we also have landing gears which you could fold in, and the Volt Panzer. So I already took the liberty of adding a little bit of paint to provide contrast. So this is going to be the torso of the robot. This thing you could pop it off so to accommodate the Volt Bomber. Okay, so these two could be extended, and the close could be open. There you go. So I'm not afraid of really playing with this kit because it's a kit that is meant to be played with or have fun time with. Okay, so the frigate. So I already panel lined the belt. So here you go. Cockpit, missiles, thrusters, and the Volt Lander. So you could still, if you wish to, you could still attach blast effects, or yeah, that's it, blast effects for flight purposes. So I already also painted these sections, just ordinary silver paint, nothing really fancy. And you could bring out the details further by panelining each individual Volt machine. So we're in the station. This video we're going to prep each Volt machine for its final vault in process or transformation to Voltes 5. So let's start with the cruiser. Okay, so you're just going to take out the landing gear and you're going to extend a head that way and expose the face of Voltes 5. There you go. So machine number 1 prepped. Let's go to machine number 2. So pull the tabs out, extend, okay, and pull this down. Go. Oops. And we're going to move the fins back that way. Fold the landing gear, which I forgot to prep first. And fold the cockpit in that way. Okay, so next item, so we could start by folding this in and taking this panel cover out to accommodate this later on, and we're going to move this back. And squeeze and fold those two portions in that way. Okay. Next, so we're going to take out that connector which secures the legs. Oh. And we're going to fold the landing gears in. To depress this cockpit in and this portion of the frigate in. Fold the missile pods as close to the leg as possible. Oops, we forgot to do one thing, is to expose the connectors. Okay, now we're going to fold that in. Okay, and last is going to be the foot of Voltes 5. So we're going to separate the lander, fold the antennas, and there you go. So we're ready to vault in, just like the sequence in the animated series. So let's vault in. Okay, so let's take a hold of the head and the arms, and this forms just popping in the ball joint to the socket that way, and exposing the head, of course. Okay, next we take hold of the body or the torso, and we have a nice big cavity where this is going to nestle in. Just make sure that we have enough clearance on the back, and we're going to pop this in that way. This time we're prepared to form the lower half, so we're going to take a hold of the pants section of Voltes 5 and just snap it in that way. There you go. So we almost have a formed Voltes 5, only lacking its shoes. Okay, so grab a hold of one and just snap it in that way. Nice and simple. And last piece are going to be the set of hands, so which are going to be fists. Okay, so yep, this is the right hand, and that's the left hand. So as for height of this action figure, so Easy stands around the 7.5 inch mark. So we're going to take a look at the details in its robot form. Wow, oh wow. Okay, so my childhood in action figure form. So for size comparison, let's take in a few figures that is on this review table. Okay, so here we go. Gundam Universe Tamashii Nations, Banshinorn 02, my G.I. Joe Classified Series Kitbash version of Lieutenant Falcon. Okay, so let's take in a McFarlane Toys action figure, my Kitbash version of big-bodied Superman, and my Kitbash version of Keaton Batman. So this guy sports multiple points of articulation. So the arms, you could put it in a T-pose, full rotation of the arms. We have a cut on the bicep for rotation of the bicep, 2 points of articulation for the elbow, including a pull down function wherein you're going to extend the functionality of the arm that way. So in hyper poses that you wish to put this action figure, it's possible. The handsets is going to be on a ball joint, and you could choose as to what type of handset you wish to use. So we have an exchange of handsets, a expression hand or splayed hand, and we have a hole. So if you wish to connect the sword, you could, and you could change the handle of the sword with the connector. Okay, so let's move towards this section of the body. So as for the body, we have rotation and bends, but just consider the section of the plane or the cruiser. So just elevate that to further the articulation points, so it's not going to hit the tank treads. Okay, so there you go. We have articulation points on the waist, but no articulation points on this section because that is a vault-in section. So, moving towards the leg, we have drop leg function, rotation of the thighs, and take a look at this. 2 points of articulation for the knee or bend. The foot is also on a hinge and a rocker, and you have that extension function. So especially these parts and these parts, it really took me time to really understand how to assemble them. So right now I really appreciate the complexity of these joints here and these joints. So I was really puzzled with how to connect those pieces. So yeah. Okay, so this time we're going to take a look at the accessories. Okay, so let's put this guy to the side. So I have the broadsword. So this part could be detached, this part could be detached and changed with a different handle. But that blade is really nice and clean. Okay, handsets. So expression handsets. And the figure also comes with your booklet. So if you wish to transform this to the this other side, so if you wish to transform this guy to the Voltes 5 tank, you could, but does not make sense, so I'm not doing that. Plus it was really never shown in the animated series anyway. Okay, so I still have the red portions of the ears of Voltes 5 somewhere here, so yeah, I still have it connected to the tray because somehow I really like the white. So it's just going to be personal preference of the collector. So when Voltes 5 is going to pass final judgment, he's going to form his sword. So if you're familiar with the animated series, it's going to be on this section. So the handle is going to drop down, the blade is going to extend up. So you could detach this center piece. So that is on a peg system. And you could have the sword held by the figure and not worry that this section is void of red paint. Actually, that is also nicely painted and detailed. So if you like this review, like, comment, and subscribe to help me grow my channel. And see you on the next action figure or custom action figure review.